here we start with omnis conscius. Every witness is absent. So absent, so that means that nobody is aware of their love. They loquentur, they speak with nutu, and remember that quae jumps in front, and with signes. And this is going to be, this looks like it's quoque also, but it's going to jump in front here. And so we don't actually get the subject of this line until ignis, so it's at the very end. So, and then magus is the more. So, and the more the fire tegatur is covered, the more, having been covered, it's perfect passive participle describing the fire, it burns. And then this tegatur and tectus create a polyptoton. And so polyptoton is where you have the same word in two different forms. So, indicating that it's really trying to be suppressed, but regardless, it's still burning. All right, and then we find out how they're able to communicate. So this is a little bit tricky. Our verb comes first, fisuserat, and this means it had been split. And so we don't know what it is. We got to keep reading. This is a long A, so we know it's not crack. We have a little relative clause here. We have a little kun clause here, and then we finally get to our subject. So the subject is the wall. And then we find out that the wall is common, so the wall common to each home. And so those would be the homes of Pyramus and of Thisbe. This is going to make a synthesis. That's where we have the interlocked word order. So where the wall and common go together, and then the each house. So kind of showing the connection there of that wall for Pyramus and Thisbe. So the wall common to each house had been split open by, and so this is going to be an ablative of means, a thin crack. And then we have our relative clause. So it's always important to know what you're referring back to. What is the antecedent? Since this is feminine and singular, our only option is the crack. So the crack, which it being the wall as a subject, the wall had developed once upon a time when, and then kun clause here, it again being the wall was made. The wall is the subject of all three verbs in this. So the wall developed the crack, and when the wall it was made. Okay, so we've got id, which often means it, but it's going to be describing witium, so really emphasizing that word. So this flaw, or this essentially the crack. Notatum, there's no actual verb here, so you could supply like an est or an erat, but I'm going to make this my verb. So it was known newly is dative, so to no one, and then little prepositional phrase. And then the author makes an aside here. So it says, what does love not sent it feel or maybe notice? So indicating that nobody has seen this crack before, but because of their love, they're able to find it. And then he talks to the lovers and he says, you first saw the crack. And so this is going to be vocative. And primi, probably going with the amantes as well, so vocative. And you made this is a little bit weird sounding, a journey of the voice, so essentially a path for them to talk. And through it being that that crack, safe, and we have another hyperbaton here, so the separation of our adjective and our noun, showing kind of that it's crossing over something, which is what's happening to their words. So safe flatteries. Solebant looks like a lot of different words. It means they were accustomed. So the safe flatteries were accustomed, picking up an infinitive, and then we're left with our murmury minimo, which makes for an excellent onomatopoeia because it sounds like murmur minimo, so small murmurs, and this is an ablative of manner, so I'm going to say with small murmurs. So that's how they're communicating.